Might be a little crowded, but there's room for you all.
Sure.
Might as well. And my spell only lasts an hour, so...
Yeah, still speaking in common, even though he's in the dinosaur form. Yeah, it takes a couple hours, and he comes, he stops, before another, it's a much smaller clearing. He's like, might want to get off my back for a little bit. I should go and talk to the three-horn before I bring you in. You'll get off his back, he goes in. You hear his back. Well, actually, with the three-horn, probably best he stay in the form. So he goes up with this, and still in his stego form. You hear a lot of dinosaur roaring, or not like roaring, but like, you know, dinosaur noises back and forth. No longer any common speak going on. Eventually, you hear yelling out in common, like, "It's okay, you can come out now."
So I, being someone who is well familiar with these things at this point, will come out first.
These are the ones I told you about. The furry killer, the furry eater, and his friends. And have you ever heard of a banana? You too, okay.
Have you ever heard of a banana? Dude, did they bring bananas?
If you had banana, you gain great favor. So there's a small group of Triceratops. If you were to... Actually, roll a perception check for me.
No.
What did I get?
You got a 7. I got a 2.
We are not perceptive. I got a total of 11.
Yeah, 6.
15.
3.
15, okay. Well, Tristan recognizes a small scar on one of the legs from some of the Triceratops that you had actually helped previously.
They don't recognize me?
I didn't say that they didn't recognize you, I just said you guys didn't recognize them. They start speaking in dinosaur to you.
Speak with animals.
You can just pop that at will, right?
Yep, Sam will. Yep.
Do you have another tongues? Just curious if you want to be in the conversation.
Yeah. Well, it's a question whether or not I want to burn another third level spell slot for it.
I knew that was the real question, yeah.
Yes.
Now only Neriah is excluded from the conversation.
She's like, as usual.
Like, this place sucks. Nobody wants to talk to me.
Whatever. It's fine.
Oh my god. So...
Hello, great venerable three horns.
Yes. I recognize yous.
Oh, you do? I was
Yes.
hoping it was you.
Yes. You fight the big killer earlier, the other day. The other Fire Sun day thing. So what do you want?
Well,
Stango says you guys want to fight the killers.
we have very pressing business with the masters of the temple. And these eaters are in the way, and I feel that we should perhaps give the eaters something to think about in the next time they try to come after you and your friends, those of you who are not eaters.
So we arrange a lesson, give them something to think about.
How many of your kind do you think you can gather? I have an idea.
I could probably get together 2 or 3 of the small tribes is easy to get together. Just take a couple hours.
I'm thinking.
How many of them are here?
There's a half dozen here.
Now, this would also, and I'll kind of look over. This would also take, your involvement too, great chief of the Stegosaur. What if we send Tristan and Neriah into the temple, and and our bear friend and myself lead you in a battle to not necessarily wipe out the eaters, but definitely give them something to think about next time they want to come out and hunt you. I'm thinking of if the Stego tribe could perhaps come together and create what I would like to say is a disturbance outside their camp. The camps that would line up directly between us and the entrance to the temple. And bring the attention of those eaters towards them. And the Stego, you Stegos would retreat or fall backwards a little bit, bringing the eaters out. And when that happens, when eaters are now coming at you in a broken line, then you, Three Horns, charge them from the sides. And the Stegos then turn around, back into them, and with your tails, causing great damage. They'll never think about attacking you again if you run away and retreat, for you never know. They'll always think that you all are working together now.
Sound like you fight like an eater.
Oh, I've been in many battles. I've known tactics, and these simple deception tactics against them would work.
They only work because we don't normally do that. But that's kind of how they fight. They're smart. Eaters are smart.
Oh, you're smart as well. You see the intelligence in this plan. You're not an idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
Believe in me that believes in you.
You're right. I'm not idiot. Idiot. The thing you said. What's that mean?
That means you could be as smart as the eaters you say they are.
His head kind of. I could.
You don't give yourself enough credit.
Credit.
You don't think of yourself as well as you should.
Just walking meat.
You're not walking meat.
That's all Uncle was.
You are a great and mighty hunter. When was the last time a blade of grass escaped you?
Precisely.
You're talking to the Stego primarily right now, right? Yeah, but the three-horn...
I'm speaking with animals, so I guess I assume
I was
they
gonna
all
say
know.
the Triceratops kind of chimes like, I like the way this one thinks. Yeah, we fight like the eaters. Yeah. Ram these horns right up them friggin' eater's ass. Yeah.
Well, more so into their sides, but yes, also ass as well.
It's a sensitive part of the body.
It is indeed.
even eaters. Yeah.
Exactly. I know what you're thinking.
Nobody likes that. I can get some more three horns. We can do this. We could do, yes. The Stego guys. So, I know, idiot. I know. Like lumberly starts to turn around and starts to walk off. I gotta go. Tell everyone. We fight. When are we doing this? What's going on? We got like five moons or what? How?
Do you know where the closest Longneck tribe is?
You climb? Climb a tree.
I'd go for it. Mizr's excited now.
They're usually around here wandering around.
Oh, and because of disadvantage, that one makes me fall back down on my ass, and they all laugh. I don't climb well, but I do like climbing.
Thought you said you climb.
Disadvantage?
Start because of the plate.
Is that just stealth?
I think it's just stealth.
Oh,
yeah.
then if that isn't the case, that would be a 15 to climb the tree. 14.
Okay, you go up the tree. Make a. You don't need to make a perception check. You see a couple heads poking out over the canopy in a couple places, where the canopy is a little bit lower.
Chomping down on some tree.
Yep, eating some tree.
Obviously not within yelling distance. Way off.
No, yeah,
So
off, yeah.
go back down. And I do see some
Yeah, there's some
giant long necks.
Yeah, long necks. Long. Yes. That's why we call them long necks. I don't know if you knew that before. We thought about calling them long tail, but their neck is pronounced.
Well, if we can at least gain the assistance of even just a handful of them, perhaps, yes, we can just wait a few days as it takes you to gather.
Okay. I go.
Do you think one of you could give us an escort over to where we saw the long necks? We may speak to them.
Well, yeah, one of the Triceratops offers. And Stego he's already kind of kind of walking off. He's large, so he moves at kind of like a moderate pace, but it seems like he's going really slow. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, we gonna. You wanna? Well, I'm gonna go get more the three horns, and this guy, this one over here, he's my brother. He's a little dumb, but he can take you to the longhorn. You just point him in the direction, and he'll take you that way. You wanna go to see the long necks? We're not stabbing them, right?
Nope.
Okay, we're not gonna stab the.
We're looking to get their help as well.
We want the help with the long necks. They just eat leaves. What are they gonna do?
Stomp.
Yeah, usually only the top eaters try to go for the long necks. Not usually the second eaters. Those guys too tiny for the big ones. So yeah, I guess the long necks. Okay. Which way are we going? That way?
Point.
Okay.
So while we're riding, I'll relay the plan and be like, does this sound like a good idea? So,
If we happen to see any of the little dudes around at all, I don't know if they're just running around, if anything like that.
They haven't
we'll
really
keep
said
an eye
much
out
about
for
any like little dinosaurs. Like it seems
Right.
like the impression that you're kind of getting now is that there's only like a small handful of
Okay.
like different dinosaur types on the island. And then
Right.
oddly enough, even though they're like the second down eater, basically the raptors are actually some of the smaller dinosaurs,
Okay.
or the smaller dinosaur on the island. So yeah, the dumb brother Triceratops gets you to the foot of a brontosaurus.
I'm just a little concerned about splitting up the group
Mm-hmm.
at the temple.
Agreed.
well, I mean, we don't have to. We can.
There'll be enough of
We
a
can black
distraction going
black
on.
their eyes enough, and then perhaps one of these fine three horns can ride us up there after the shenanigans ensue. Okay. That's what yeah. So okay. I'll have to speak with animals again. Well, great long necks. Lovely. All right, Mizr, time to climb tree. Let's go. What am I making?
Athletics.
Athletics?
8.
16.
Decline,
16.
Mizr
Jorell.
doesn't climb well.
Mizr.
It might take him a few times.
You get to the
You want guidance?
Nope, I don't climb this tree very well. Jorell's no problem, he's got it.
You're like, I'll help you, Jorell. Thump, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, you're good.
You got this one.
You get to the top of the tree.
All right, so I will have the same general conversation I had with the previous ones. Like, hello. Are you the leader of your tribe?
No leader.
Well, I already see where this is going. Look, and I will take my time and explain slowly that we are looking to perhaps put a slowdown on the eaters that attack you.
Most eaters don't attack me.
Most. But what if we were able to make them think twice about attacking you again?
Why not 3 times?
Exactly. What if we have to make them reconsider every time they try to attack you?
Okay.
All right. Well, we would need you to get you and your family friends here together and meet us over there.
Why?
Because we need you to stomp on some raptors.
Oh. Why?
Start giving him the runaround. Why? Because you already agreed. I did. Remember when I said 2 times, you said 3 times, we're on the same page, we're thinking the same thing, that means you want to work with us. Oh, okay.
Stepping on eater, getting my foot just hurts.
Yes, but wouldn't you rather stomp on them a few times and never have to worry about them coming after you again?
Over here. 2 more.
I was gonna stay close to the trunk of the tree.
What? He wants to talk to you.
Mizr's wandering around, thinks it's great. If I accidentally get stepped on, it's my own fault. But he's like checking him out.
So it's kind of one of those where, like, they're not necessarily dumb, but their size kind of seems to have given them this perspective of, like, they're not quick to act on anything. They don't understand, like, life is pretty much okay for these guys, you know, much better than most of the other dinosaurs, so it takes a little bit more convincing. But eventually you can get them to, like, oh, sure, whatever, I guess.
I mean, I think even like...
I can give you a couple hours of my day, I suppose.
And I think even getting just like a small handful of them would be good enough for one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, we don't have, you know, so the long and
about
short
the
of, like,
rabbits again.
this actually excruciatingly slow conversation is that they don't really have, like, a larger kind of tribal system. They're just small, herded family groups. So this particular group is just the 3 of them, and they haven't seen any other little groups for a couple weeks. They run into them randomly. Might see a head poke out in the distance somewhere, kind of deal. And this particular group doesn't have any children, so they're like, oh, no, whatever. Yeah, I guess. Sounds fun, I guess.
No
Get some-
plans for
get-
Tuesday.
Yeah. Get some prickles in my feet. Have to shape change just so I can pull them out. I don't have the fingers in this form. And turn back into the big ones again. Okay. They're gonna be a sign.
Well, your job is relatively easy. The eaters will be running at you, and when they get to you,
Stupid eater.
stomp them.
Okay.
Don't stomp the stegos, they will be bringing them to you.
Not Stego.
Yes,
Only
stegos
eater.
will be your friends.
Stego friend. Sure.
And so I'll
They're
basically...
all short to me.
I'll basically put the general idea is, so the Branos are a little away, the long necks, and the Stegos will basically, they'll cause a big ruckus and lead the Eaters. Kind of like the Eaters will come, I'm sure they'll be like, oh look, a big herd of Stegos are here. What? They'll come, they'll cause a big ruckus, and then they'll basically run down towards the Branos, and while that's happening, that's when the Triceratops come as their line stretches out, and then they'll basically hit the Branos, who will then start stomping, and the Stegos go around the Branos and hit them on the other side.
Sure.
That is the general explanation, pretty straightforward for everybody. Stegos, you do this, and we'll be there to guide the... So.
Okay. You are able to get these three to commit.
Alright.
So... when...
Well, how, like...
It's gotta be getting
A couple
late at this
days.
point. Probably
Yeah, it's getting...
nighttime at this
it's-
point.
It's about dusk at night.
The Three Horns said they needed a couple days.
The Stegos asked for a few days, and the Three Horns said they would need a little bit of time, but they could get
3 moons hence. On the dawn.
So yeah, we'll fast forward a couple days. Everything's arranged. You've had to repeat yourself a lot to some of them.
That's fine.
But
I'll assume I
in the
burned
intervening days, I can swap out spells for create food and water. So, hey, look, we're on your side.
This is a banana.
No, I don't think it actually lets me make anything specific.
Yeah.
It just
Create stuff. But if it randomly makes a banana, you're like, oh, that right there is a banana. Oh, yeah, we got like 80 pounds of those things over there.
So, since I'm not using
I
spell
thought those
slots,
were poisonous.
eventually I'll just like write down what I need and just like have Mizr just like constantly translating for me.
Hello.
This is the game plan over and over and over again. This is approximately when we're going to do it. Alright, so, so coming up on the day of the event, you have about, give or take, you have 20 Triceratops, give or take, or not give or take, you have 20 Triceratops. You have only about, yeah, you have 11 Stegosaurus, that's it. He keeps claiming that more is coming, but you haven't seen any more show up. You got the 3 Brontosaurus. That's your brigade. You are now at the edge of a tree line. Off the end of this tree line, there's not so much a clearing, a clearing of jungle, it's just open, and there is basically a small village, and it's a mixture of both people and raptors walking around. Presumably, they're all raptors, but some of them are walking around in like a human form, and some of them are walking around in a raptor form. You don't see any of the top eaters, as they're calling them, kicking about. No T-Rexes.
Can we see the temple?
Yes, it's right there, just past it, just past the village. The village is just outside.
And it's just that one village. There's no other villages.
The village kind of wraps around, like arcs around the temple.
Not tight packed at all.
No, loose. Yeah.
Very loosely
Yeah.
strung.
They tell you that if you were to circle around, there's more of the village. There's basically, it's almost like one just giant village just circling around the temple.
All right. So the general plan is that I'll be with the Stego chief, and it'll seem like we accidentally lumber out into their, the clearing. And since you guys don't want to be here, like, really anyway, this will be really easy to sell. Once you get the attention of everything there, kind of flaunt some of that hide, towards them, then we will take off back into the woods, and I will, like, I'll kind of be on, Chief and I will be on the back, and I'll explain to the Chief, I can heal you. We're good. If something gets close enough to take a bite out of you, then don't worry, I'll take care of that. And so we want to make sure that we're not outpacing them at first. So we're going to do a slow run until we know that they're following us, and then we take off. And when that happens, that's when we will signal. We'll get, as I see them coming behind us, that's when I will signal, And Tristan will then signal the charge for the Triceratops, who will then charge in on the sides, and timing it perfectly, it should be that by the time you circle around the Brontosaurus, they start what they're going to do, slamming their feet down onto whatever else comes behind you, stopping them a little bit, and then the Triceratops come in, and you guys circle around and take a couple of swings at them with your tails. That's all we need. And that should be enough to make them think twice about ever chasing you through anything. Ever again.
You said 3 times. They're going to, no, he said the 3 times, so they're going to think 3 times before.
Yes. And we all know raptors don't think up to 3 times. Come on.
It's a lot.
And so then, and part of the other part of the plan would just be one of the Triceratops is there to like, basically, once all of that's done and once the raptors start dispersing, one of the 3 horns takes us up to the temple.
And you're all going to go up to the temple together.
Yes.
All right. Why don't?
And I assume the 3 horns will also be totally down for not only engaging in the charge but chasing them as they leave.
Oh yeah, they want to. They want to get some revenge.
You guys are bitches.
And wreck as much of their and I'll pass that on to the Stegos and the Bronos as well if they want to kind of march into the village that will now be pretty much like abandoned. They can just crush and smash anything else they want.
Yeah, looting.
Pretty much.
I encourage looting.
Okay.
I want to bust out a loot. So.
Yeah.
So we are going to